Well guys, Papa Pepper back once again at the Abundant Harvest Homestead. Some time ago, I was driving by somebody's house, noticed they had a bunch of this kind of barn tin just sitting out on what looked like a pile of trees and brush and other things. It looked like it was going to be burned at some point, the wood parts, and this was sitting there. So I pulled in, met some neat people, had a good conversation, and was able to get this for free. And the reason I got this for free is that around here, I'm working on my wood stove, right? To put in this driveway I'm walking down to deal with some of these kind of clearing a bit of the land, transitioning into what we want, I had to take down a number of trees. Now all those trees, a lot of people just shove into a pile and burn, okay? Or just shove off in the woods and leave. Well, I wanted to use them. As you can see, farther down, stuff still looks pretty good. At the top, the stuff's become saturated. If you look, a little different, growing some mushrooms and stuff. So I want to protect that. I'm still going to be able to use this, and even if stuff gets really rotten, I can use it in hugel mounds or things like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that free barn tin and just screw it into the top of my wood pile. And what that's going to do is help the rain to stay off of my wood, keep it drier, and help me to be able to preserve this until I can actually put it to use. So that's what I'm working on today. So with just a handful of screws here, my screw gun, and that free metal, I should be able to pull this off. If you look, I've got it sloped so it's dumping off one side of it. It's at an angle. The water will run off this way. Now from up here, I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to try to dump it from the high peak there, because there's a tree growing up through it, this way. In fact, maybe I'll cut that tree off that's growing in the middle there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right up in here, there's a tree growing straight up. So maybe what I'll do is I'll slope this side this way. I'll cut that tree out of there, and then I'll just kind of have one in the middle that dumps to whatever side works best. But the goal is to not have it like a V where it all dumps the water into your firewood, but more like a house, see, like that, where it dumps it away. So that's what we're going to do here, and should work. But like I said, a little bit of effort to protect this. I should have done this years ago, but a lot of my life I should have done years ago. So I'm doing it now. So one thing I did differently that I never did before is I wanted to use the existing holes in this metal, and I kind of crisscrossed a lot of the nails so that way they're heading through, and although these holes, a single nail could pull through, but when you double them up like that, they should be fine to keep it secure. So I've got the first one on, monster truck got the Sawzall. We're gonna cut that tree out and go from there. You ready, boy? So when I was originally stacking this wood, I wasn't sure how much I was using the existing trees on the side of the driveway to be able to support so it wouldn't roll away. Now I've got T-posts down at the ends, and look at them go. Mr. 2 and Mr. 7. Little kids, they'll have a work ethic when they grow up, unless they grow out of it. So got that second one on, and you can see where it's popped up right there. When I put the piece across the top, I'm actually going to add a couple new holes by using some metal screws to go metal to metal. But it should be secure, shouldn't blow off in the wind, and should drain well and protect that firewood till we can use it all. Because we have other firewoods other places too. So there we go, guys. That's actually about what I was looking for. You can see a nice kind of parabola. So it's got some opening in the middle there. See that little pile? I can tuck that up in there, and that'll work. Guys, some of the stuff has been here since Grandpa Pepper and I were first cutting the trees down for this driveway. So it's been a while. These were all just cut to a manageable length. I wasn't looking at making firewood at the moment. I was looking to just cut them into 4 or 5 foot boards so they'd be easily manageable to move out of the way. That's what we got. I can cut them into firewood size later, but you can see it's been like 2 years now probably, and I still haven't burned really any of it, so that's why I didn't make firewood out of it right away. So we'll get that wood stove in and we'll start using it. The rest of the stuff get cleaned up. I'm trying to organize everything next to the shipping container. Got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of things got kind of carried away, but as you can tell, I'm kind of on top of some of these projects right now. So I've got 3 sheets up there, And then I got one over here, and I'll use a different sheet of metal just to finish the backside here, but protecting that one too, and that'll work. So guys, like I said, I was able to get some free resources from somebody just because I was driving by. I saw that it looked like complete junk on their land, meaning like it didn't look like they had any intention of ever using it. It was in with a bunch of trees, a bunch of branches, just a heaping mound of stuff. I was able to go in there and pull it out. There was 2 bulls in there, so we had a little bit of fun with it. A couple times I just kind of took a break in the truck for a minute, just so I wouldn't get in trouble hanging out with the bulls. But was able to meet some people, make some new friends. I saw one of the guys since then. We were cordial, we remembered each other, said hey, talked a little bit. Pretty cool, and we'll see what, you know, friendship or other things in the future, but they blessed me. I was able to use this to help benefit my family for free, and they were able to get some junk off their land, and actually there's a bit of it left, so I may see if I can go hang out with them again sometime and get some more. All right, we'll see you next time. Papa out.